All right, please introduce yourself.
My name's Drue, and for the main part, I like to collect Jada toys, and mostly for the customization factor, and it's pretty much all.
All right. Well, you brought.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's preferably pre-67. That's more of my my favorites. There's the odd ones that will sneak on through.
Somebody else did the damage.
And you brought some cars with us. Did you want to? And these are all your customs, right?
Yes, these are 5 of my custom Jada toys that I've done. Some of them I've done some mild modifications to. Some of them have gone to the extent of doing a lot. And
well, pick one. Which one you'd want to start with, and describe to us what you've done to it. And
this one here is Jada Toys 55 Chevy. I have shaved all the body chrome off of it and filled in all the chrome that were on it. I shaved the body line on the hood. On the trunk, I filled in the holes that were from the license plate bracket.
Right.
I have done a engine swap on it as well, out of another Jada Toys.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Wheel swap was from another vehicle with, I lowered it. This color is a complete custom color that I made at work, as I'm an automotive painter. I also shaved the door handles and the mirror, and it's fully done all the way around. The trunk and interior and roof, the white is a tri-stage pearl, and then I put a lot of metal flake into the color to be able to get it to pop.
It's so boring.
And then it finishes it off with a Manitoba license plate on the front and rear.
Incredible. It's a beautiful color.
Thank you. Then this one here is my most recent one. The only thing I have done to it is shaved, for body-wise, for modifications, is shaved the mirrors on both sides. This is actually a factory Honda color that I sprayed it on. I just added a little bit of metallic into it to be able to get the color to pop a little bit more.
Well, you could actually see it very well on the film. It's actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
So it does really look really good.
Yeah, there's also a lot of pearl into it as well. The interior is also done in black, and the same color as the roof, which is a complete custom color that I came up with. The trunk, I added in a single air tank.
Wow.
As they didn't come with it.
Even the color inside the trunk.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. Even the door panels, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, if you could see, the door panels are painted the same color as the seats and the roof with beautiful black inlay, or
yeah,
it just looks amazing.
And then this one here is a 53 Chevy. I shaved all the front chrome off of it, shaved the handles, shaved the mirror, shaved the body line that was on the hood, shaved the trunk molding holes. This one here, I have lowered it more than anything else. The color is actually butternut yellow Chevy from GM with a gold pearl over top. The gold pearl up on the roof is actually a factory GM color. And then the interior is a root beer brown with the gold inlay.
Look at that interior. Holy
and it goes throughout. I did this one here was a lot of fun. To me, it's not complete as I got at home. I'm doing a French antenna. I just got to insert it in there. It's sitting on wheels off of another Jada Toys. That was the Ecto 1 Ghostbusters. And
now, are you finding it harder and harder to find these type of models now?
Jada Toys for sure, because
they've kind of stopped doing these and more of the Fast and Furious annoying bunch, right?
It's actually, our Walmarts unfortunately
are horrible.
Or they get the selective overstock stuff that I've noticed, whereas in the US they got everything. It's hard to find them anywhere.
Even our Toys R Us are just pathetic now.
Yeah, and it's very hard to find them because, and then when you do, everybody's overpricing everything.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to get a hold of. And I try to keep, like, everything I like, it's got to have a white wall when I do a custom. everything. I don't like the massive wheels at all. Don't like doing muscle cars or drag. It's got to be down low. I love the hot rods and low riders, and it's getting harder to do.
To find, yeah.
And then this one here is a 63 Cadillac. Now it's hard to tell when you're looking down on it, but the purple here is a very light purple with a blue pearl in it.
Yeah.
And then on the sides is a heavy dark purple metallic that I did Gene Winfield's inspired fade from the bottom.
On camera here, you could actually really see the fade very well. You know, you could see it. You know, it's very beautiful. I'm not sure how to describe it, but you'll see it better on film how it fades from the lighter shade to the darker to really dark, and that follows on to the
chassis.
The chassis. And
Yes, none of mine are done for the detail on the chassis yet, as I've been letting the paint cure more, and then eventually I'm going to do the chrome for and aluminum for the exhaust, and just do a little bit of detail here and there on it. This one here is also lowered more than it usually is.
Right. And how do you lower it? Do you drill it out and space it?
Some of them I do. This one here I was lucky enough the wheels were small enough, and it's using the factory holes, the holes that are raised up further into the chassis to be able to get it as low as it did. Same with this one here. And then on this Chevy, what I did was I actually drilled an extra set of holes in the rear, and I raised it up further. And then the front I are using the same holes. This one here, I used the factory holes. I'm using different wheels though.
Right.
And then what I did on this one instead is I heated it up a little bit.
And then you kind of pushed it in to give it that.
To give it the look. These wheels are actually off of a Maisto's trailer.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then the tires are from another off-brand diecast to be able to have the white walls. The underneath the hood is the same color as the outside.
Yeah.
The interior is all dark purple with the light purple steering wheel to match the body.
Yeah, it looks just spectacular.
And then the trunk, unfortunately, this is the one that came with the subs and the amp in it.
Just to ask you like a layman's question, the paint you're using works really good on plastic too? Or is it something you had to modify the paint to stick to it?
All I did was I sprayed an adhesion promoter down.
Right.
And then I've honestly kind of hoped for the best. And then this one here, I did do the shave of the door handles. That was the only real modification I really did to it.
It just looks amazing.
This one here,
which to me, as I was saying earlier, I think is one of my favorites. The next favorite is coming up a little bit later, but you can see what he's done. Just describe how the model came originally.
Originally on this one, it was a dark gray metallic, and it was a Rick door one. I happen to have two of it, and I've always wanted to customize one, and it's been one that I wanted to do, and I decided not to bolt the roof back down as I wanted to do a convertible.
Right.
As I have not done a convertible yet, so.
Are you going to eventually make a
I will be doing
the
a cover that will be finished in black to match the rest of the interior.
Look at that interior.
The interior is actually a darker maroon. What I did was on the body. The interior is also the same color, but it's a custom color that I did with a lot of pearl and a lot of metallic in it. And then I sprayed a tinted red mid coat over it to tint it, to give it more of a brightness of a red, and then finish it off with some clear coat. I had modified this where the roof originally mounted to with screws, as I did not want them there.
To give you that option of doing the convertible.
Yes. I also got rid of most of the body line there, just to pancake it out. I also got rid of the trim that was up on the top of the fenders, just to give it more of a custom feel.
Right.
And this one here, I also just went with the factory holes on it. I just heated it up a little bit so I can press down the body so I can be able to get it just a little bit lower to the ground. And then on this one here, I also put one single tank in the back. And then it's hard to see, but I actually cut the shifter off of the steering column that was on there and put it on the floor on this one. This one isn't the only one I've done a custom shifter on that one did not come with. It's hard to see, but this one has a very tall shifter in it as well.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I like. I'm a hot rodder at heart. I personally have a 56 Ford Custom Line that's slammed to the ground. So this is my style. This one here,
And which is what we were talking about earlier. You showed this one first.
yeah.
And I thought it was just an incredible kind of like a Gaslands kind of a build, sort of like a Mad Max kind of idea.
Pretty much what it was is a buddy of mine works in a scrapyard. He happened to look inside of a car when he was going through it to make sure there's no any flammable material in it that were explosive. And he seen this body it was a Motor Max one on its chassis, beat up just pretty much the way it is that you see it, and asked if I wanted it. I said sure. I already knew what I was going to do with it. So what I did was I went and bought a NASCAR chassis or body or diecast, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I modified the chassis to fit over this have the GTO body fit over it. I radiused the wheel wells just to be able to get the body to sit lower and just to have it as low to the ground to make it look like if it was a street legal race car in a way. I ground down the paint here to make it look like if the quarters were welded on.
Right, like you just added new panels onto it.
And the doors open with the roll cage.
Which is really awesome.
And it's not fully finished. I just got to do a field cell in the rear. And then I think I'll be done with this one.
That's just a wild model. I really do like that one very much. Well, Drew, thank you very much for showing us your fantastic customs.
Thank you.
And hopefully next time you bring some really cool ones again.
Yep. Thank you.
So I do thank you very much. And that'll be that. Thank everybody else for watching, and I'll see you next time.